So this might sound like 2010 all over again, but we may have just seen the iPhone 17 Pro in the wild. Blurry photo, black case, mystery location and all. An ex-user by the name of Skyphopes recently posted two grainy images that appeared to show someone casually holding what could be an early prototype of Apple's next iPhone. And things get even more interesting because Bloomberg's Mark Gurman actually quoted the post, adding, "This looks legit." So if Gurman is approving of it, then this certainly is a spicy leak. Let's break this down. In one of the images, a person wearing reflective sunglasses that looks a lot like BJ Novak is seen holding an iPhone wrapped in a thick all black protective case, possibly to disguise the hardware. That's standard practice with unreleased Apple prototypes. Right beside it is another iPhone, almost definitely a 16 Pro, with a label sticker across the back. That might be Apple's internal QR code system used to track development units. So basically this guy might be screwed, but hey, it's his fault for having this out in the wild. So what's making people think this is the 17 Pro? Well, it's all in the camera module. Current leaks say the 17 Pro will introduce a rectangular rear camera housing with a LiDAR scanner, flash and microphone vertically aligned on the right side of the new module. In the blurry photo, you can just about make out circular openings in the top right of the mystery device case, which should line up with those elements. Now this isn't proof, it could be a case manufacturer testing dummy units, or it could be some internal iPhone 16 Pro with a strange case design, but here's the thing, even if it is real, it doesn't really reveal anything we haven't already heard. What it does is reinforce what's already out there, rectangular camera bumper shifted layout, possibly even a new frame material. Just the fact Apple's testing these units in public, that usually means they're in production. And as Skyphopes cheekily added, the guy on the right was security and trying to go in front of the iPhone to hide it, allegedly. The photos were taken in Los Angeles, which isn't surprising. That's where Apple's test teams have been spotted before. So now that we've had our rumor fix, let's now get into what we know for sure about the iPhone 17 Pro and its siblings. And spoiler alert, there's a lot. Let's start with something Apple users have been asking forever. Better displays. And not just in terms of brightness or refresh rate, we're talking about less glare, more scratch resistance, and better visibility outdoors. According to Mac Rumours, Apple's now resolved production issues around a new display layer that's going to debut in the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. This new glass is said to be more scratch resistant than ceramic shields and features an anti-reflective coating similar to the Gorilla Glass armor Samsung's using in its Galaxy S25 Ultra. If you've ever struggled to read your iPhone screen in direct sunlight, this is a big deal. It can make the phone not just more durable, but actually usable in day-to-day usage. Now, since that prototype leak did show the front of the device as well, people did try to decipher if the prototype has an anti-reflective coating, and well, if we zoom in and analyze, it does seem like there's less reflections, but then again, it's a grainy photo and this definitely is not the final device that's going to ship to us, so I'm unsure, but I'm hoping we see this upgrade. But what good is a shiny new screen if it doesn't come with some nice colours? Thankfully, we now have what might be the most credible iPhone 17 colour leak yet. According to a Macworld report, internal Apple documentation reveals the finalized color options across the entire iPhone 17 series, and yes, that includes a bold new orange iPhone 17 Pro. Let's go through it. According to Felipe Esposito, who claims to have seen internal color references straight from Apple, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will come in 5 finishes: black, white, grey, dark blue, and orange. The orange is the same one we saw hinted at in accessory leaks a few weeks ago. Sonny Dixon showed off some lens protectors that featured a rich copper orange tone, and now it looks like that wasn't just some third-party manufacturer making colours up. It's actually happening. And I have to say, it might be Apple's best pro colour since Sierra Blue. It's a deeper, punchier tone than the coral iPhone XR, which was more salmon than orange, and looks like it'll pair beautifully with the Apple Watch Ultra. We've heard whispers of a burnt orange or bronze iPhone Pro in the past. Remember those iPhone 13 Pro concept renders? But it never materialized, until now. What makes this possible? Aluminium. Apple's reportedly ditching titanium for the 17 Pro in favor of an aluminium frame, and while aluminium doesn't feel quite as premium in the hand, it's far easier to color, lighter and cheaper to manufacture. And that opens a door for bolder finishes, and orange is clearly the headliner here. Let's not forget, titanium was why the 15 and 16 Pro were stuck with muted colors like natural titanium, blue titanium, and desert titanium. Aluminium flips that script, and Apple knows it. The orange is gonna pop, and clearly they're positioning it as the new signature color. Coming back to that prototype leak, obviously there's a massive case on the phone, but if you look at the camera rings, they do look white or silver, so I'm assuming it's either the grey or white version, which are the most boring colours. If only we saw the orange in an insane leak like this, but it's fine, we'll see it officially very soon. And now would be a good time to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got tons more iPhone 17 coverage coming away, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers right now, so every sub would be appreciated. Anyway, now let's talk about the base iPhone 17. According to the same leak, it's coming in 6 shades: black, white, steel grey, green, purple, and light blue. The steel grey is apparently darker than the standard silver, but not as dark as midnight, sitting in that nice neutral middle. The rest of the range sounds soft and pastel heavy, like a throwback to the iPhone 15. I'll be honest, I did like the richer colours from the iPhone 16 series. Ultramarine was a standout, but Apple tends to alternate every year, and this year it looks like they're leaning back towards a light aesthetic. Now let's talk about the most unique member of the iPhone 17 family, the 17 Air. This is Apple's ultra-thin model, sitting between the base 17 and 17 Pro in terms of price and size. And yes, it's getting exclusive colours. According to Macworld, we'll see this in black, white, light golds, and sky blue. A frosty shade pulled straight from the M4 MacBook Air. And that makes sense. Apple wants the Air brand to feel lightweight, minimal, and cohesive across products. Sky blue will absolutely nail that vibe, so I'm fine with this getting pastel colours, but I do wish the regular 17 had punchier finishes. Majimbu's early leak also hinted at this colour lineup for the 17 Air, and now with Macworld's reporting, it lines up, guys. Light minimalist finishes, paired with what might be Apple's thinnest iPhone ever. Let's pivot to performance. The 17 Air reportedly shipped with the A19 Pro chipset, and for the first time ever, it's getting 12 gigs of RAM. That's up from 8 gigs in the 16 Pro series, and it should make multitasking better as well as future-proof the device, though I'm assuming Apple's giving us more RAM to shove even more AI features in our face. The base 17 is getting 8 gigs of RAM with the regular A19 chipset. That's not bad. But what's even more exciting is the cooling system. Apple's finally introducing vapor chamber cooling to the 17 Pro. Android devices have had this for years, and it allows for better thermal management, especially during gaming or 4K video recording. A leaked copper heat spreader all but confirms it, and the design? Get ready for some serious symmetry. According to Digital Chat Station, all 4 iPhone 17 models will feature ultra-thin bezels, as thin as the 16 Pro, which already held the record for thinnest bezels ever on an iPhone. But the big news is, the base 17 and 17 Air are now getting those slim bezels. So for the first time since the iPhone 13 series, I believe, the whole iPhone range will share a unified front-facing design. Clean, modern, and virtually all screen, except for the dynamic island, of course. Screen sizes are also increasing slightly. The 17 and 17 Pro are both getting 6.3-inch panels, the Air bumps up to 6.6 inches, and the Pro Max gets a massive 6.9-inch display. What's more, the 17 and 17 Pro will likely share the same display panel. Both will be 6.3 inches and 120Hz, but Apple might restrict features like always on display to the Pro once again, purely through software. And finally, launch timing. Mark Gurman says Apple's targeting the week of September 8th for the iPhone 17 keynote. The most likely date, Tuesday the 9th, I would say. That tracks with Apple's usual post-Labor Day schedule, so we're just over a month away from knowing exactly how real all these leaks and blurry prototype sightings truly are. So what do you think? Is the orange iPhone 17 Pro going to be the standout this year? Do you buy that prototype leak? And for those eyeing the 17 Air, does sky blue make it the perfect lightweight iPhone? Let me know your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. iPhone season is just getting started.